वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam Bonam, Chapter 60, Krishna teases Rukmini, verse number 35, 10.60.35. सत्यं भयात् इव गुणेभ्य उरुक्रमान्त शेते समुद्र उपलम्भन मात्र आत्मा नित्यं कदिन्द्रिय गणे कृत विग्रहस्त्वम् त्वत्सेवके नृपपदं विधूतं तमो अंधम् सत्यं भयादिव गुणेभ्य उरुक्रमान्त शेते समुद्र उपलम्भन मात्र आत्मा नित्यं कदिन्द्रिया गणे कृत विग्रहस्त्वम् त्वत्सेवकेर्निपपदं विदूतं तमो अंधम् सत्यं भयादिव गुणेभ्य उरुक्रमान्त शेते समुद्र उपलम्भन मात्र आत्मा नित्यं कदिन्द्रिया गणे कृत विग्रहस्त्वम् त्वत्सेवकैर्निपपदं विदूतं तमो अंधम् Please recite. Urukmana Atma Indriya Gane Krita Vigrahastvam त्वसेवकेर्निपपदं विदूतं तमो अंधम् सत्यं भयादिव गुणेभ्य गुरुक्रमान्ता शेते समुद्र उपलम्भन मात्र आत्मा नित्यं कदेन्द्रिया गणे कृत विग्रहस्त्वम् त्वसेवकेर्निपपदं विदूतं तमो अंधम् सत्यं भयादिव गुणेभ्य उरुक्रमान्ता शेते समुद्र उपलम्भनात् आत्मा नित्यं पदेन्द्रिया गुणे कृतविग्रहस्त्वं स्वसेवकैर्निपपदं विदुतं तमोऽन्धम् नित्यं पयादिव गुणेभ्यः उरुक्रमान्ता शेते समुद्रोपलम्बनमात्रा नित्यं कदेन्द्रियगणे कृतविग्रहस्त्वं स्वसेवकैर्निपपदं विदुतं तमोऽन्धम्। माताजी, सत्यं भयादिव गुणेभ्य उरुक्रमान्ता ते समुद्र उपलम्भन मात्र आत्मा नित्यं कदेन्द्रिया गणे कृतविग्रहस्त्वं स्वसेवकैर्निपपदं विदुतं तमोऽन्धम्। सत्यम ट्रू, भयात out of fear, eva as if, gunebhya of the material modes, urukrama, O you who perform transcendental feats, anta within, shete you have lain down, samudre in the ocean, upalambhana matra pure awareness, atma the supreme soul, nityam always, kat bad, indriya gane against all the material senses, krita vigraha battling, tvam you, tvat your, sevake by the servant, nripa of a king, padam the position, vidhutam rejected, tama darkness, andham blind. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Yes, my Lord Urukrama, you lay down within the ocean as if afraid of the material modes, and thus in pure consciousness you appear within the heart as the super soul. You are always battling against the foolish material senses, and indeed even your servants reject the privilege of royal dominion, which leads to the blindness of ignorance. Purport. In text 12, Lord Krishna said, Raj Bhoga Bibhayata Subhru Samudram Sharanam Gadam. Out of fear of the kings, we took shelter in the ocean. Here Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that the actual rulers of this world are the gunas, the material modes of nature, which impel all living beings to act. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that because Lord Krishna fears that his devotee will come under the influence of the modes of nature and become entangled in sense gratification, he enters the internal ocean of their hearts, where he remains at the omniscient super soul, Upalambhana Matra Atma. Thus he protects his devotees. The word Upalambhana Matra also indicates that the Lord is the object of meditation for his devotees. In text 12, Lord Krishna also said, Balavad bhi krita dveshan. We created enmity with the powerful. Here, Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that it is the material senses which are actually powerful in this world. The Supreme Lord has taken up the battle against sense gratification on the part of his devotees, and thus he is constantly trying to help them in their struggle for spiritual purity. When the devotees become free of unwanted material habits, the Lord reveals himself to them. And then the eternal loving relationship between the Lord and his devotees becomes an irrevocable fact. In the same verse, Krishna stated, Tyakta Nripasanan. We renounce the royal throne. But here Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that the position of political supremacy in this world actually implicates so-called powerful leaders in darkness and blindness. As the saying goes, power corrupts. Thus, even the Lord's loving servants tend to shy away from political intrigue and power politics. The Lord Himself, being completely satisfied in His own spiritual bliss, would hardly be interested in occupying mundane political positions. Thus, Srimati Rukmini Devi correctly interprets the Lord's actions as evidence of His supreme transcendental nature. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षु उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। तो ये प्रवचन अंग्रेजी भाषा में होगा। जिनको हिंदी में सुनना है वो पीछे कालचरण प्रभु के साथ बैठ सकते हैं, वो भाषांतर करेंगे। So we are reading this verse spoken by Srimati Rukmini Devi in response to Krishna's speech. Krishna spoke to Mother Rukmini one day, jokingly, teasingly, to provoke some anger in her. Because Krishna saw that Mother Rukmini's love is so submissive that she never complains, she never gets angry, she never makes demands, she always obeys. So Krishna wanted to have some achar in khichdi. Krishna wanted to have some more adventure in the relationship. So he tried to provoke her anger by telling her that she did a mistake of marrying Krishna. That Krishna is actually not qualified to be married by her. And in his speech, Krishna gave varieties of reasons. And out of her love, Mother Rukmini very expertly explained those reasons that yes, what you are saying is true, but there is a different meaning to it. And it's a very amazing chapter. So the present verse is Mother Rukmini's response to Krishna's verse number 12. So in order to understand this verse, we need to refer to verse number 12. So we will read the translation of verse 12 of the same chapter. Did we get? So I'll just read the translation. This is Krishna speaking to Rukmini Devi. Terrified of these kings, O lovely broad one, we took shelter in the ocean. We have become enemies of powerful men, and we practically abandoned our royal throne. So Krishna has spoken 3 points in this verse. When Krishna kidnapped Mother Rukmini, there were many kings and prince who wanted to marry her. But Krishna kidnapped and ran away after the fight. So Krishna, referring to that event, says that point 1, because I am afraid of these kings, as a coward I ran away and took shelter of the ocean. In the Samudra, I am staying in the Samudra out of fear of all the kings. Now for a Kshatriya to have fear is a disqualification. So Krishna says, I am not qualified to be your husband because I am fearful. I ran away. Second point he makes is that I have made enemies with very powerful people. There are powerful kings all over the planet. And Krishna had made enemies with them. Hardly there were any kings who were friendly with Krishna except Pandavas and Yadavas. Everybody else had a fight with Krishna. So as far as the number of kings were concerned who were friend of Krishna on the earth planet that time, they were in minority. And majority were against him, because majority were adharma. So Krishna told second point, I have made so many enemies. And generally it is observed, if a person in a community has majority enemies and minority friends, the finger is pointed at him that you must be of bad character. Otherwise, why so many will be your enemies? Or why so many will dislike you? The second point, that we have made many enemies. Third point, he said, we have abandoned the royal throne. Even though Krishna killed Kamsa, he didn't sit on the throne. Ugrasen was the king. Even in Dwarka, Ugrasen was the king. So actually Krishna says, I am not the king. I kidnapped you in competition to other kings, but I am not even a king. A Kshatriya should have a kingdom to rule, but I am not even a king. So, with many points, there are 3 points which today we will discuss. And Mother Rukmini very nicely explains these points in verse 35, today's verse. Let me read the translation again. You got it? 35? So Mother Rukmini replies, yes, my Lord Urukrama, you lay down within the ocean as if afraid of the material modes And thus in pure consciousness you appear within the heart as the super soul. You are always battling against the foolish material senses, and indeed even your servants reject the privilege of royal dominion, which leads to the blindness of ignorance. So Krishna's first point in that verse, that he is afraid, he is fearful of the big rulers of the world. So he ran away and staying inside the ocean in Dwaraka. So Mother Rukmini says, my dear Lord, you are Urukrama. Urukrama refers to a person who does very powerful activities. So first of all, you are Urukrama. You are very powerful. Shaktiman. Every person has some strength. Krishna is source of all that strength. My bodily strength, Krishna is the source. My intellectual strength, Krishna is the source. My speech strength, Krishna is the source. My wealth strength, Krishna is the source. Whatever strength we have, he is the source of the strength. When Hiranyakashipu out of anger asked Prahlad Maharaj, 5-year-old boy, that from where are you getting this strength that you are not afraid of me? Hiranyakashipu was so powerful that even the demigods were afraid of him. When Hiranyakashipu will raise his eyebrows, demigods' dhotis will become wet. So powerful. But 5-year-old Prahlad was not afraid of Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu asked him, threatened him, कौन है तेरे पीछे? Who is behind you? Who is the source of your strength that you are not afraid of me? Prahlad Maharaj thought he is making a humble inquiry that who is the source of our strength. Because Prahlad Maharaj was mostly in the preaching mode. So he said, same person who is source of your strength is source of my strength, Lord Vishnu. And Hiranyakashipu got more angry. But we see Prahlad Maharaj is so realized. Even though the answer makes Hiranyakashipu more angry and the situation more worse, but he stuck to the answer. He stuck to the truth. And that is dharma. That we should speak truth. We should give answers not to satisfy somebody's speculations, but give answers which are in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad-gita. So Urukrama, he is source of everybody's strength. He is the one who performs powerful activities. So Mother Rukmini Devi says, you are Urukrama, you are not afraid of anybody. If at all you have fear for your devotees. The real ruler of this world is the three gunas, material modes of nature. Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. These are the real rulers. All conditioned souls are under these three modes. We are influenced by these three modes. We perform activities based on these three modes. And we think we are free. At night we feel sleepy and we go to sleep. It is not our choice. It is tamogun which is influencing us to go to sleep. Daytime we feel to do some activity. It is not by choice. It is rajogun which is influencing us to perform some activity based on our desire. Morning and Sandhya time we feel very fresh. It is satogun which is making us have that experience. Somebody likes to eat meat. That is rajogun which is making him attract to such food. Somebody likes to eat chatpata, or somebody likes to eat salad and fruits. So different modes are influencing us, and accordingly we are acting not by choice but under influence. And it is illusion and imagination that I think I am free, I am independent. So these modes influence us to perform actions, and these actions entangle us, and we continue in the cycle of birth and death, karma bandhan. So the rulers of this planet, of the living entities, are not the so-called kings, but these three modes. So Krishna said, being afraid of the rulers, I have taken shelter of the ocean. Mother Rukmini says, yes, you are afraid for your devotees who are under the influence of these rulers. So you have taken shelter in the ocean of their heart. You go inside the hearts of your devotees and other living entities as super soul. And what you do there? You help them to come out of the influence of these rulers, out of the influence of material modes of nature. A conditioned soul means a soul who is under the three modes. So even though my body, my consciousness is under the three modes, but inside my heart is Paramatma, super soul, who is not under the three modes. Krishna is Divyam, transcendental, beyond the three modes, residing in my heart, and I am under the three modes. And when I connect to Krishna, then I also can come out of the three modes, out of the influence of three modes. So Krishna is residing in my heart, giving me access that somehow I connect to Him. And that is the process of Krishna consciousness. When we practice Krishna consciousness, sadhana bhakti, we gradually get connected to Paramatma in the heart. And that is how we come out of Maya. We come out of the three modes of material nature. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easy by giving us the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There was 500 years before, King of Bengal, Nawab Hussain Shah, Muslim king. So one day he went inside his palace and he removed his cloth, and the queen saw behind his back some mark, on the back some mark, some scar. The queen said, Maharaj, what is this mark? Nawab Hussain Shah said, oh, there is a Hindu jamindar Subudhi Roy, he hit me, and that is the mark. He said, how can I hit the king? Dapa 300, kill him. How can I hit the king? Hang him. He said, no, he didn't hit me today. He hit me when I was a small boy and I was not the king that time. The mark is old mark. Queen said, so what? Now you are the king, you kill him. He said, look, I can't do that. When I was a small boy, I was staying on the street boy. In Mumbai Bhasha they call Tapori. And this Subudhi Roy, he saw me, he picked me up, he gave me food, cloth, accommodation, and he took care of me as a father. And he would give some small tasks to do in the house, and I would work. One day I stole money, I did some mistake. He got angry and he hit me with a stick. That is the mark. But even though I stole money, he didn't tell me to get out. He continued to take care of me as a father. So I can't kill him. The queen said, I don't know all this story. You kill him. King said, no, I can't kill. And the queen went on. If a wife goes on telling the husband, the pressure increases. That's called nagging. So the pressure on the king increased. The king said, look, I can't kill him, but since you are nagging so much, I can do one thing. I can take water from my glass and throw it on Subudhi Roy. At that time, 500 years before, it was a rule, actually a misconception, that if a Muslim person throws water from his glass on a Hindu person, that Hindu will become Muslim. This is not Shastric. This is not real. But there was a wrong conception like that. There is nothing called Diksha by water. So in India, many population of Muslim came through this water business. They were originally Hindus. And when that would happen, the Hindu community in the village, they would ostracize the man. He said, now you cannot stay with us. You are on your own. He will be on the street, bankrupt, kind of death only. So the queen was happy. He said, do this, do tomorrow. Next day morning, Nawab Hussain Shah took water from his glass and threw it on Subudhi Roy. As per the rule, he became Muslim. And all the villagers and his community, they told him, you can't stay with us, you are out. He was on the street. Now Subudhi Roy is a big landlord, Jamindar, with lots of land and riches and houses and palaces and money and jewelry and clothes and family and name and fame. In one shot, he was on the street, everything finished. Bankrupt, zero balance. So Subudhi Roy thought, since many days I am thinking to take sannyas, I am not getting opportunity. Now this is good opportunity. Nothing is there. Everything is lost. So I will take sannyas. So he straight went to Kashi, Varanasi, Banaras, the temple of Lord Shiva. He said, I will take sannyas. When he went to Kashi, he reached Kashi, he thought, before taking sannyas, let me become Hindu again. Otherwise, nobody will give me sannyas. So how to become Hindu now? There was no rule. If a Hindu person throws water, you will become Hindu from Muslim. There was no rule like that. So he went to some scholars in Kashi, some Panditas, and told, I want to become Hindu. Nawab Hussain Shah throw water on me. How do I do that? The scholar said, this is a big problem. We never came across. We'll have to do some research. So they did research, they did conference, they read all their pothis, and they called him. He said, "We found a solution." He said, "What is it?" So you take pure cow ghee, boil it. When it is boiling hot, drink it. So Buddha said, "Wait a minute. If I drink boiling hot cow ghee, I will die." The Pandita said, "Right. If you die through boiling hot cow ghee, you will take birth from a Hindu mother and become Hindu." So Buddha said, "I want second opinion." He went to other Panditas. They said something else. So there was a confusion. It happens. Two doctors you go, they give different answers. Two lawyers you go, they give different solutions. Nowadays, two sadhus you go, they give two different advices. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also was in Varanasi. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would chant and dance on the streets of Varanasi for hours together. And hundreds and thousands and lakhs and millions of people would gather chanting and dancing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, in ecstasy with tears in their eyes and rolling on the ground and jumping and laughing and crying. It was amazing. Whole Varanasi became Vaikuntha. And every day, early morning, Mangala Arati, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu go to the temple of Lord Shiva, Vishwanath ji, to take darshan of Lord Shiva. Thousands of people would come every day, early morning, in the temple of Lord Shiva to take darshan of Lord Shiva. Lakhs of people will come every day early morning in the temple of Lord Shiva to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He became so famous, more famous than Lord Shiva. So Subudhi Rai thought I should seek advice from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, paid his obeisances and told his whole story. And he said, "What should I do?" Chaitanya said, "You don't need to bring this ghee business, hot ghee business. Straight go to Sri Vrindavan Dham and sit there and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chant without offenses and the holy name will purify your heart. And after your heart is purified, you continue to chant without offenses, you will get Krishna prem." That's success of life. Subudhi Roy went to Vrindavan Dham, chanted Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without offenses, became completely purified in his heart. And after becoming completely purified, he continued chanting the holy name of Krishna without offenses, and he got success. He got Krishna prem. So Krishna is staying in our heart. But now we are not able to access because our heart is impure. There's a covering, there's a curtain. If we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day without offenses, the heart will become pure and we come in contact with Krishna. That is how we come out of the three modes. So Mother Kunti is saying, you are in the ocean of the heart of your devotees. And you are present there to give them access and opportunity so that by their sadhana and your mercy, they can overcome the rulers of this material world, which are the three modes of material nature. And the second point Krishna made is, we have made enemies with powerful kings. And Rukmini Devi said, yes, the powerful kings of this world are objects and sense gratification. And on behalf of your devotees, you are having a war, continuous battle with these sense gratificatory ideas. Your devotees, they get entangled. A conditioned soul gets entangled when the senses come in contact with sense objects. When our eyes come in contact with some beautiful form, we feel nice. When our tongue comes in contact with some nice eatable, we feel pleasurable, joyful. When our ears come in contact with nice music, we enjoy. When our nose comes in contact with nice fragrance, we feel happy. And when our skin touch comes in contact with some pleasant uh, thing to touch, some soft, we feel nice. But all these contacts are actually entanglements, we don't know. I'll feel nice watching a movie, eating in a restaurant, reading a novel, going in a park, meeting opposite gender, and taking money. I, I think I'll feel nice, and that contact gives me some relief from material miseries. But actually, we are not aware how we get entangled. Just like once there was a mouse. You know mouse? Not computer mouse, rat, undir, mouse. In a field, very big field, empty field, full of sand. Summer season, afternoon half sun, the sand was very hot. So the mouse was feeling burning sensation in the hot sand. Cannot sit, cannot stand, cannot lie down, cannot walk. What will mouse do? So mouse will run very fast in circles on the sand, because by running the contact is less, the burning is less. But how many hours the mouse can run? So mouse was running in circles, finding some relief, something to cure the situation, solve the situation, but not getting. After few hours of running, the mouse came at a spot where there was shade. So mouse stopped. The shade was very nice. After a experience of hot sun, if you come under a shade, you feel very nice. The mouse felt relief, very nice. Thanda, thanda, cool ho gaya. What was that shade? It was shadow of a cobra. So running, the mouse came on the shade. The shadow of the cobra felt thanda, cool. And the next moment the cobra caught the mouse and finished, killed him. This is not story of the mouse. This is our story. We are running in the cycle of birth and death, finding some relief but not getting relief. And when we come in contact with a sense object, it may be alcohol, it may be cigarette, it may be drugs, it may be opposite gender, it may be cinema, it may be something to eat, something to hear, something to see. We feel relief. Acha laga. But what happens? Maya captures us. Our ticket to Yamraj is confirmed. Our ticket to hellish planet is confirmed. And the number of years we are supposed to go in Narakaloka is increased. Every single contact with sense objects gives us entanglement. And this is how the conditioned soul continues its material existence in the cycle of birth, death, old age and disease. And senses are very powerful. It's not easy to control the senses. It's not easy to stop sense gratification. It's not easy to stop fruitive activities. One sense is so powerful, how do they catch a fish? Through tongue. They put a hook with a bait, a food item, and the fish sees the hook and the food item. And fish knows there is a hook to catch me. But the fish gets attracted to the food item. And the fish thinks there is a hook in the center and there are two corners of food. If I nibble on the corner, I will not touch the hook and I can eat. And the fish nibbles left corner and right corner. Very nice, tasty. But the fish sees another two corners are created. If you eat a corner, the corner still exists. Again, fish thinks two corners are there, hook is in the center, let me nibble on the corner, tasty food. Again, fish goes and nibbles. Again, two corners are created. And like this, in the sequence, the fish gets grabbed and killed. How they hunt a deer? They play so nice flute music that the deer gets trapped through the ears. The deer who keeps running and jumping becomes statue and the hunter goes and catches. How they trap an elephant? Through skin. They train a female elephant and the female elephant attracts the male elephant towards a particular path. The male elephant blindly runs behind the female elephant and the hunter had made a hole and covered it with leaves. The female elephant is trained. The female elephant avoids the hole and runs. The male elephant blindly runs behind the female elephant, falls in the hole or covered by leaves and gets trapped, cannot come out. And you know moths, they see the flame or candle through their eyes and they get attracted and they jump and they die. And there are bees who go inside a flower, the fragrance is so nice, their nose are so attracted, hooked, the flower closes at night. The bees can make very easily hole in the soft petal and come out, but the fragrance is so attractive, the bees doesn't realizes, gets suffocated and dies inside. So we have one example in animal kingdom. So we have one example in animal kingdom where one sense not in control can create a big danger. In human body we have 5 senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, all very powerful, uncontrolled. Plus the mind, the 6th sense, very powerful. All 6 senses, they can trap us in conditional life too much. And then you marry, that becomes 12 senses. 6 plus 6. And then you have a child, 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 senses. Then 24 senses. It becomes a struggle. So only a person who is trained in sense control can be a good family man. Otherwise very difficult. And that's brahmacharya. To control our senses. Whether you want to marry or not marry, you should be a good brahmachari. Then you will be a good sannyasi or a good grahastha. The most important education for a boy child is celibacy. And the most important education for a girl child is chastity. But nowadays, in co-education schools, both is not there. You are supposed to sit a boy and a girl together in one bench. Where is celibacy and where is chastity then? So sense control. Unless we control and purify our senses, we cannot advance in spiritual life. We discuss Krishna is there in our heart. We just have information, no access, no connection. But when we control our senses and Cheto Darpana Marjanam purify our heart, we get connection and we get Krishna prema. It's like you may have information, you have money in the bank account. But unless you sign or you have a password, you can't withdraw the money, or you have ATM card, you cannot withdraw the money. So we have information, but we have to have a process, so that once I follow the process, I come in contact with Krishna and get Krishna prema. And that process includes sense control. If we do not control our senses, it will be very, very uphill task to practice devotional service. So Mother Rukmini says, the powerful kings whom you are in constant war with are the sense gratificatory ideas. And your devotees are struggling with their senses. So you, on behalf of your devotees, are making a battle, making a war, and helping them to overcome these enemies, these powerful sense gratificatory ideas. And the third point Krishna made is, I have abandoned the royal throne. Mother Rukmini says, what to speak about you? Even your devotees don't like thrones. This material power, prestige, position, even devotees are avoiding it. Devotees don't like to get into political intrigue for power, position, or power politics. We have classic example of Priyavrat Maharaj. His father is Manu Maharaj. Manu Maharaj is the king, ruling all over planet, full planet. That's a big position. Who would like to give it up? And Manu Maharaj called Priyavrat Maharaj, his son. He said, look, you become the king. I will go to the forest to chant Hare Krishna. Son said, why should I become king? I am already chanting Hare Krishna. Manu Maharaj said, what, whole life I will rule or what? I want to go to the forest and chant Hare Krishna. You rule now. After your son comes, he will rule. Then you go to forest and chant Hare Krishna. Priyavrat Maharaj said, I am already chanting in the forest chant Hare Krishna. Why should I come then go back? Better I continue. See, nowadays people don't want to leave their position. But father and son are fighting to not sit on the throne. So Manu Maharaj tried a lot, but Priyavrat Maharaj didn't listen to his father because he was preached by Narad Muni to continue practicing Brahmacharya. So Manu Maharaj realized, nothing, I can't convince Priyavrat Maharaj because there's a very big counselor there, very big preacher there. So he went to Narad Muni's father, Brahmaji, his grandfather. He said, Brahmaji, you come and sort this out. I cannot continue on the throne. So Brahma came to Narad Muni and Priyavrat Maharaj and advised Priyavrat Maharaj that you become the king and let your father go to forest for Vanaprastha. And after that you practice bhakti, don't worry, everything will be fine. And then Priyavrat Maharaj agreed to become the king. So even devotees don't want these positions. Why would Krishna want this position? The desire to control someone, the desire to rule someone, the desire to demand respect because of my seniority or my position is very big anartha. And a person with such ambitions, when he sits on the position, he is not competent to take care of people. He becomes selfish. Power corrupts. He becomes a corrupt person and he damages others' material and spiritual growth. And that we see in the society. We see that even in devotee community. So one should not desire to lord it over, to control others. One should be humble servant of Krishna. And even if there is a managerial position, one should not have an attitude of controller. One should have an attitude of servant. That this position I have to serve others. This position I have to serve fellow devotees. Not to rule over them. not to forget my discrimination between good and bad, not to change my behavior to demand respect, but to increase my care and service. So Mother Rukmini Devi very expertly analyzes all the words of Krishna and interprets properly that yes, what my Lord you said is correct. You are overqualified to be my husband. You say you are not qualified, that is true because you are overqualified to be my husband. Overqualification is also disqualification, right? If if some company advertises for a peon and he gets profile of an MBA, is he going to call for interview? Overqualified. How can overqualified person be made like that? But who knows, nowadays unemployment is like that. That also may happen. So Mother Rukmini praises Krishna. That is her love for Krishna. And we should learn this determination from Mother Rukmini Devi. That whatever happens, Krishna is my master. Whatever happens, Krishna is the supreme proprietor. And I am his servant. And I should serve him. The perfection of our life, the goal of our life, the purpose of our life is to do pure devotional service to Krishna. And we are fortunate to come to ISKCON temple in this month of Kartik, so auspicious month, on the day of Deepavali. That yes, I have an opportunity in this human form of life. We have three opportunities in this human form of life. The first opportunity we got is we got human form, which is very rare. The second opportunity we got is we got human form in good family. That is also rare. And third biggest opportunity we got is in this human form, we got association of pure devotees. We got to come to ISKCON. That is very rare. Any intelligent person, when he gets an opportunity, he doesn't misses it. So we should not miss this opportunity. This human form opportunity is so valuable, so rare, such a great gift that little effort you do every day, at the end you will see Radha Rasbihari face to face. Little effort you do. Just every day you wake up and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Is it too much to do? Next, whatever is your age and whatever is your remaining life, 30, 40 years, 10 years, 50 years, 60 years, whatever 30, 40 years you have, every day you wake up early morning and chant 16 rounds without offenses. At the end of life, you will see Rasbihari face to face. And if you fail to do that, you will see Yamaraj face to face. Choice is ours. So this human form is very rare. Coming in contact with devotees is very rare. So we should be determined. We should be serious that this life, last life, no more birth, no more going into the womb of the mother again and sitting there upside down 9 months in a small bag and coming out and taking a big bag to the school for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Two ones are two, two twos are four, and ba, ba, black sheep. And same syllabus will be there next life also. Why you are wasting your time? Then again, you will go to college. Then again, IWF will come and spend money on you. Why you are increasing our expenses? Go back this life. Why double investment? So this life, very seriously, we practice bhakti and go back to Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If there are any comments or questions, you may please raise your hand. Yes, Hanuman Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा। हाँ, भगवद गीता में बताया है देव द्विज प्राज्ञ पूजनम। माता पिता, गुरुजन, ब्राह्मण, इनका हमें आदर करने की आवश्यकता है। और एक समय गिरिराज स्वामी प्रवचन दिए थे, भागवतम प्रवचन। उन्होंने बोला हमें अपने से सीनियर भक्तों का आदर इसलिए करना है कि ये प्रभु का आदेश है। और अगर हम आदर नहीं करते हैं भक्तों का जो हमसे सीनियर है, तो प्रभु अपने आप को अपने सामने प्रकट नहीं करेंगे। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any questions? पीछे माइक दीजिए। अच्छा, ओके, वी कम बैक टू यू शरद।
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the wonderful class.
हरे कृष्ण।
So, in the beginning, you were mentioning about we don't have a choice as such because the modes are acting on us. So, you gave a lot of amazing examples on eating meat and different things, how mode of passion, mode of ignorance are doing. Well, human beings do have a choice in the sense the influence may be there, but we can't say that, okay, the modes are just acting upon us. So how to understand, when you are trying to say this, because animals don't have a choice as such, because they can't discriminate between this will be right or wrong. So influence will be there, but still we can choose.
Well, we have very few choices. How many choices we have, Sundar Chaitanya? He is IWF in charge, he knows. We have very few choices. So there is a very minute free will. What I was emphasizing that what we think is a choice is actually forced on us, like sleep. We have few choices, I agree with you, but most of the most of the freedom which I think I have is not there. The modes are very powerful. The anger, it's mode which is pushing me to get angry over a provocation. I didn't choose to become angry. I didn't plan today 2 o'clock I'll be angry. Somebody insulted me and I got angry. Well, that was not my choice, right? In the same way, boy getting attracted to girl or a girl getting attracted to boys, calm, lust. Modes are acting on it. Otherwise, same time, boy should get attracted to boy, but that doesn't happen. So the calm mode is acting, right? So like that. We have less freedom, we have little freedom. Okay? So if like a animal is tied with a cow and goes in circle, animal says, I am free to move, but only till the length of the rope. Right? Will you call an animal free which is tied? But the animal will say, no, I am free, look. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, I am walking. But that's limitation, right? Okay?
Right.
Yes.
Guruji, here Mother Rukmini is telling that you are afraid of material modes of nature, as if you are afraid. Of course, Lord is not afraid, and that's why he is not hiding.
So she is saying as if.
As
It appears you are afraid of material modes, but actually you are afraid for your devotees that they should not continue to get entangled in the material modes. Like a mother may be not afraid from a flame of a candle, but if there is a flame of candle and a child playing, mother is afraid that the child will touch the flame of candle. Mother is not afraid of candle. Mother will go and extinguish the candle, will say, Dar gayi. No, mother didn't got afraid with the flame. Mother is afraid the child will touch the flame. So mother is going and killing, extinguishing the candle. So Krishna is afraid that we get entangled. Okay? Give the mic back.
So my question is to how should I control my anger? Sometimes, which basically I didn't mean to hurt somebody, but it actually eventually happens that I ended up hurting someone. But in that process, I feel that I feel sorry for that, but I cannot call him or her back in my life. So how should I just focus not to hurting somebody or control my desires?
Well, anger comes out of mode of ignorance. And to control anger, we have to come out of mode of ignorance, out of mode of passion, and be situated in mode of goodness. And we come to mode of goodness by a lifestyle in mode of goodness, a devotee lifestyle, simple eating, simple wearing, simple dwelling, clean, and chanting the holy name. So you get involved with devotees, chant the holy name, read scriptures, have a lifestyle in mode of goodness. That will help us to control anger. It is not an overnight job. And if in the past you have become angry and hurt others, you should contact them and beg forgiveness and close the file. So we start practicing mode of goodness. Okay? So preparation has to be done now so that tomorrow I don't become angry. Not that I'll find a solution which will apply tomorrow when I become angry. At that time, nothing will work. On the spot, it doesn't work. You have to purchase an umbrella before the rain starts, or do waterproofing before the rain starts. When it starts, after that, you cannot do. Leakage will continue. Okay? Any question here? I saw raised hand. Huh. Keep it on.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
As you said that ki a lot of happiness and good things, whatever which comes from a one person, it's coming from the Krishna all the way, right? So my question is that does the lust and the anger, the fear, and these kind of things are also coming from the Krishna?
Yes, everything comes from Krishna. When, just like there is light coming, if I face the light, I will experience light. If I close my eyes, I will experience darkness. So there is love between me and Krishna. So when I am favorably inclined, I will experience that love. But if I close my eyes, then I will be in darkness, which is called lust. So the darkness is also coming from light, it is absence of light. So absence of loving Krishna is lust. So it comes from Krishna only, but it is a perverted form. And we need to purify it by again engaging in Krishna's service. But yes, everything comes from Krishna. There is no other source in this universe, in this creation. There is only one source, that's Krishna.
And the whole process goes by Shravanam, Kirtanam, and so on. By doing this process only, we can be more in a goodness, in mode of goodness.
Yes, we should follow the complete package, complete process. And if the disease is serious, we should increase the dose, chant more rounds, read more, hear more. And if it is still very serious, we should get admitted in ICU, intensive chanting unit. Just keep chanting. Then it will get sorted out. Okay?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, can you pass the mic from the front? Is there a question at the back also?
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर था आपका। उसमें से 2-3 पॉइंट तो पहली बार सुना, जैसे कि हमको कोई पद मिलता है तो हमारा भक्ति बढ़ाने के लिए, नहीं कि शासन करने के लिए। बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट मैं भागवत में भी पढ़ा, कहीं भी ये सब नहीं मिला था। दूसरा, जैसे कि आपने बताया था 6 इंद्रियां को बस में करना, तब हम भक्त बन सकते हैं। फिर हम शादी कर लेते हैं तो 12 इंद्रियां, वैसे पहले ही हमसे 6 इंद्रियां को नहीं होता है, फिर शादी करते हैं तो 12 हो जाता है, फिर बच्चे होते हैं तो 18, फिर 24। तो इस पे थोड़ा अच्छा से समझाइए।
18 का तो मुझे अनुभव नहीं है, 12 का भी नहीं है। तो मैंने कहा था, ओके मैं हिंदी में आंसर देता हूँ, कि मैंने कहा था कि जब तक कोई अपने इंद्रियों को नियंत्रित नहीं करता है तो वो अच्छा गृहस्थ भी नहीं बन सकता है, अच्छा सन्यासी भी नहीं कर सकता है। तो गृहस्थ बनना गलत नहीं है, लेकिन ट्रेनिंग लेना चाहिए ब्रह्मचर्य का, अपने इंद्रियों को कंट्रोल में रखना चाहिए। और वो होता है जब हम इंद्रियों को कृष्ण की सेवा में लगाते हैं। तो आँखों से सिर्फ भगवान का दर्शन करना चाहिए, कानों से सिर्फ भगवान की कथा और नाम सुनना चाहिए, जीवा से सिर्फ कृष्ण का प्रसाद ग्रहण करना चाहिए। वही सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है जीवा का कंट्रोल के लिए। और इस्तेमाल के लिए कान सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि सुनना चाहिए। और अपना स्पर्श और नाक भी सिर्फ कृष्ण के लिए इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए। तो जब हम अपनी इंद्रियां कृष्ण के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जीभ को सिर्फ प्रसाद सेवन करते हैं और जप करते हैं, कान से सिर्फ श्रवण करते हैं कृष्ण कथा और हरिनाम, तो जाकर हमारा इंद्रियां शुद्ध होते हैं। और शुद्ध इंद्रियों से आदमी अपना जिम्मेदारी, गृहस्थ हो या सन्यास हो या ब्रह्मचारी वानप्रस्थ जो भी हो, वो अच्छी तरीके से कर सकता है। तो भक्तों के संग में अपना साधना भक्ति करते रहना चाहिए। ठीक है? Speak in the mic so others will know your question.
What is more important, chanting, hearing, or seeing the Krishna deity?
There is no competition between them. Everything is important. So you have option. Okay, if you get a choice, either have eyes or ears, then you have option. Now you have both eyes and ears, so you chant. Tongue also you have, so you chant, you hear and see. Right? Which eye is more important? Huh? Same thing. It's a full package. Okay, the day you have such an emergency, you can do only one, then you finish your 16 rounds first. If you cannot do both.
So if a devotee is new, what is in same cases? अगर कोई न्यू डिवोटी है, उसको लाना है कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में, तो उसके लिए फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या होना चाहिए?
न्यू ओल्ड सबके लिए सेम है। मंदिर आइए, दर्शन कीजिए, जप कीजिए, क्लास सुनिए। रोज मंदिर नहीं आ सकते तो ऑनलाइन दर्शन कीजिए। लेकिन चैंटिंग अगर दोनों में से एक ही संभव है तो चैंटिंग करना चाहिए। लेकिन अकेले चैंटिंग होता नहीं है, भक्तों के संग में होता है। मंदिर में भक्त का संग मिलता है, तो रेगुलरली करना चाहिए। न्यू ओल्ड सबके लिए जरूरी है। ओके?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji,
Hare
this is a practical question. Suppose I am traveling in a train and I don't want to hear something and I don't want to see something, but it is not in my this thing. So that time what should I do?
Suppose you are traveling.
Yeah.
We try to chant and hear our.
Because somebody give bad words, it will automatically enter in the ear.
We
and
ignore
go to
it.
the heart, and it will make impure.
So we ignore it, or put earphone and hear lecture or kirtan. It all depends on our interest. If you're traveling and there's lots of noise and a person sitting with you talking about some profitable activity, where your interest will be in hearing, not and ignoring everything else. So we should be more hearing about Krishna, interest in Krishna, then automatically we'll ignore other things. So we have to practice that. When we get higher taste, the lower taste goes away. Right?
Thank you.
So it's a practice. I can understand it is a challenge because eyes can be shut, but ears cannot be shut. Some of us use earplugs also. It works. But yeah, we have to practice. Practice chanting and hearing ourselves so that the other sound is minimized. Okay?
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Any more questions? Yes. Okay. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.